Okay, doke. Go for
Yeah, make sure it's going to start here.
it. Well, you got a lot of people in here today. 21 of them.
Yeah, I was wondering because earlier there, because usually when I get up here about half an hour early, it usually says there's a few in here.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We're going.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not whistling. That's the commercial. I'm good, but I ain't that good. Why should I want to whistle Dixie? I married her. Believe it or not, I married a Dixie. She was like the third or fourth one that I dated before I met
Oh,
one I got a hold to.
well, you had to find the best one.
Yeah, I, she said she was the best one, so I married her. And that broke me. That one marriage broke me. Damn, I was expecting a reason.
Stop.
Hello, Miss Lisa Anderson, Shift Kicker, Lake Ferry, Marshmallow Man. Hello, Nate. And Lori's World. I hope each and every one in here had a awesome Thanksgiving. Y'all spent it with family.
Hey, ornery kitty.
I'm echoing.
Echoing.
That's what Lisa says.
I don't. I don't hear echoing.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, usually I can look at my audio mixer, and if somebody's echoing, they go up over my mic gain, and I don't see it.
I've got to get hooked up with some of that electronics that you got.
Yeah, you need a um, pretty good computer. I'll just put it that way because
Well,
it just uses a lot of process, and if you don't have uh,
good processor.
yeah, memory and all that stuff, then it starts lagging, and then when it starts lagging, then you run into issues like uh, prepping 101 does.
Lake Ferry, you are now echoing on my end. 5 by 5 here. Uh, Chat, if y'all hear me echoing, give me a one in chat, please.
Maybe they just hear the hollow in your house,
I bet that's it. Because I do. I've got, oh hell, 12 to 15 foot ceilings in
Yeah.
my, and I got hardwood floors. So I don't have.
Oh yeah, Lake said you're not echoing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
Lisa is the only one that says I'm echoing. Could it be her volume is too loud? Wait a minute.
I don't
Are
know.
you listening to me through earbuds? Because I know some of you has earbuds in.
I, I should put the who has leftovers still in the fridge from Thanksgiving.
Me?
Do you mean to wish me a good morning, or do you mean that it is a good morning whether I want it
Oh,
or not?
there he is.
My whole refrigerator ain't
Hey,
nothing.
look, it's Shift Kicker, the one and only robot that will kick your butt.
I only have turkey left because I really didn't make that much stuff. I mean, just for me and my
Victory
son,
has
not that
appeared.
much. Neither do you. Oh, we still have some pies.
We've got stuffing, we got turkey, we got ham, we got casserole. We ain't got no more dessert. That was the first thing to go. What? Oh, strawberry pretzel pie. We got some of that. And some orange jello.
Yeah, Lori's World. I heard you guys are getting a lot of snow right now. I have a friend that was playing World of Warcraft with earlier, and he was saying he looked out the window and started snowing. He's from the same area in Canada, and he said he wasn't cold, and he had to turn his heater on. He said he wasn't cold until he seen the snow.
She's up in Canada.
Yep, on the little island over there on the west side.
Huh. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. I saw some favorite foods. We have turkey, carrots, pies, and cakes. I'm on my way. I should be there sometime in the morning. I'll take the carrots.
Yeah, I got a drumstick left in there, and
I freaked out.
A little bit to make a sandwich or two.
I freaked out as I was putting the turkey in the pan to cook. That sucker had 3 legs in there. Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't eat that thing. It probably was raised with radiation or something.
It tastes pretty good.
3-legged
turkey. Yeah. Well, what I figured had happened is they both was in a race and got to running so fast that the one in front stopped, but the one behind just kept going. He couldn't get his other leg out in time.
You see all the videos about making the kids clean out the turkey and saying the necks are the
peckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one. That boy was yeah.
Stop that. Stop puking.
I'm sitting there laughing. Well, if she wanted him to stop puking, why didn't she tell him what it was?
Yeah. Or the ones where they stick a Cornish hen in there and saying it was pregnant.
Yeah. Now, I've not seen one this year of that.
Oh, I've seen a bunch of them.
But
which makes no sense because they don't, they're not born that way. They're born in an egg. It's a bird.
Well, we're talking about youngins, okay? And it's kind of easy to manipulate a youngin. You stick a hen in there and tell them it was pregnant, they're going to believe that. I got, back in my younger days, at 5 or 6 years old, I loved chicken gizzards, okay?
Yep.
Well, so did my brother. Well, I told my brother that chicken gizzard was part of a rooster. I mean, he kind of looked like it a little bit and everything. And he got to looking at it. He said he ain't eating nothing else like that again. He reached over there and got his and ate them.
Yeah, I like them deep fried. You batter them things up and fry them up. Oh, good stuff.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Personal experience. Okay, quit laughing in there. Do not, under any circumstances, fry chicken livers. shirtless.
Well, I tend not to fry anything shirtless.
Well, I'm trying to be nice about it. Okay. I say it's shirtless. Let me tell you, you will not finish frying them until you put on a shirt.
It's like bacon.
Oh, it's worse than bacon.
Oh, hello, Vineyard Chicks. Yeah, sorry I missed your guys' live last night. I wasn't feeling too hot, so I laid down and I actually took a nap.
Really?
Yeah,
And that comes from a man who never takes naps.
yeah.
So,
Well, I think I could probably say that when I go to bed is more like a nap because they say when you go to bed you're supposed to sleep 8 hours. So if I don't sleep 8 hours, that's considered a nap, right?
It's supposed to be. You know, I've always heard my daddy when I was coming up, the older you get, the less you sleep. I didn't believe it. I do now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and here, in order for me to get anything done around the house, I don't take my medicine during the morning because I don't know what it is. I've sat there for the last 4 or 5 years. I've told the doctors they will not change my prescription or anything else. You know, I don't know
Yeah,
what.
I'm waiting to hear back. I haven't heard from the doctor, so I'm like, you don't even talk to people anymore. It's a dang answer machine. You leave a message and hopefully they decide to check it.
I hate that. You have no idea. I'm more. I don't know. I reckon I'm old school. I want to talk.
I want to call somebody and they say hello and you actually talk to them.
Yeah, you're not talking to a machine or you're not typing. You know, texting somebody. But my next appointment is going to be by video. The doctor that I'm going to be talking to is not my regular doctor. My
Oh,
regular doctor is what do you call it? She had a baby, and so you know she's out for 3 months on kind of that.
maternity leave.
That's it.
Yeah.
I told her she needs to start drinking bottled water. That won't happen no more.
Dang. 982 miles. I think isn't that a record?
I think so.
I haven't
Lacey,
seen. Yeah.
she's
She's been
starting to get
working out
strong
them
legs.
legs.
Hey, I got another question for you. They say the older we get, we're supposed to be exercising, correct?
Well,
Quit laughing.
it depends on the doctor because I used to like to lift weights.
Yeah.
I did a little cardio and stuff. I mean, I have pictures and it shows me buffer than I am now because I haven't been able to lift for probably 2.5, 3 years now. And now I don't know why, but with high blood pressure, they say you can't lift.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it's just because you're straining so much.
And you'll get dizzy and pass out.
No, you bust stuff vessels wise. I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there knows why you're not allowed to lift weights when you have high blood pressure. Because the doctor says he wants me to go out and walk around and half an hour a day.
And mine says
So I do that anyway, just up and down the dang stairs.
well, now, you know, I got a little bit of weight on me. I got a little bit of pot belly. Okay. So, and the only way I can sleep is on my stomach. It takes me 20 minutes in the morning to rock myself out of the bed. Does that consider exercising? See, in order for me to get up, I got to put my feet behind my head so when I rock back, I can go ahead and stand up.
Yeah. Or if you go to the store, that's 30 minutes of walking around right there.
Yeah, well, she's still in there laughing over that.
But yeah, he said that I had to walk 30 minutes a day. And I said, "Oh, I can exercise?" And he said, "Yeah, exercise is good." And he says, "Oh," and then I said, "Can I start lifting weights again?" No, no, no. I'm like, "Okay, sorry."
Mine's on the 5th. I think I'll ask my doctor that. Why can a person not lift weights if they got high blood pressure?
Strain on the heart, you've had a heart attack too.
I ain't saying nothing to that one.
You could pull something.
Lake, I've been reading our page, and yes, I'm going to be nosy here. Did you get visitor between 3 and 4? Once again, my wife is right. Look, would you quit egging her on, Ginger Ninja?
Hey, Tina, Ladybug.
Okay.
Well, I kind of wanted to touch on the whole supply chain. There's a lot of talk right now about railroad striking. I just did the video on it, and they're still, like I said, they're still in kind of talks. They're messaging back and forth, and it looks like we may have another the unions flipping over to revoting to where they are not for this new plan of theirs.
Uh-oh.
So they all have to be in agreement. If, like right now, it's for, if more starts moving over, then all of them will end up striking, because that's how they do it. So, I mean, I can't even remember when the last time the rail in the United States went on strike. I know Canada had one, but just imagine if, now that's the thing, we won't see anything. Say they go on strike midnight of the 5th, and all railroad is down. We won't see anything probably until after the Christmas rush, because Christmas stuff is already at the stores. They're already in all that stuff is in storage. They got all the toys and stuff in there. And by the sounds of reports that I've heard, Christmas, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is down like buku bucks.
Really?
And that, unfortunately, that is what I felt was coming, was we were not going to get those numbers. If we didn't get those numbers, then next year we're going to start seeing the start of depression, not recession, because we're already in a recession. Even though Mr. Potato Head doesn't think it is in his words.
Well, that's because
It's just an inch. An inch. He doesn't even know what an inch is either.
I ain't even going there. From what I have understood, all those containers that we were seeing behind the stores last year, year before last, damn, I can't even talk. Too much turkey. From what I'm understanding is they stuffed this Christmas into those lockers about a year, 6 months ago. So what we're having on the shelves at Walmart, Target, and places like that, that's what we're having for this Christmas. So they bought it at last year or year before last prices, and they jacked it up on us.
Yeah.
So
even the stuff that was last year are on the shelves this year from Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that Walmart now has there's a difference between shipping containers and storage containers at Walmart's.
Right.
If you see shipping containers, that's something to be worried about. That was what we did videos on last year, because there were shipping containers in some Walmarts, which is scary, and that was because they were running out of storage places at the docks or the ports because they were getting fined. So they were storing this stuff at Walmart's.
Hello,
And
man.
a lot of that stuff has been set in containers for
Couple of years.
pre coof days. So yeah, always look at your expirations before you if it's a prep. I mean, if it's something that you're going to eat that week or something, it's not that big of a deal. But a lot of this stuff is, I went to get corn because I was running low on corn, so I went and got corn, and it was expired this year in December. This 50-cent can that they were running specials on expired this year on December 2022. So that's stuff that was last year that they had for Christmas, or the year before, or like I said, pre sickness day.
Well, last time me and the wife, we went grocery shopping. Of course, it was at Walmart. Again, I can't stand that place. I got to doing something I've never really done. Got in there in the can section, like you said, the corn, the beans, and so forth like that. And I would look. If they had Pop Tops, I would go down the shelf.
Yeah.
Like
real
that.
hard to find nowadays.
Well, yeah. And I would flip them over and check the dates on them. There was a woman in there. I bet you she was around our age, maybe a little bit older, whatever. She said, I noticed you checking the cans out pretty good. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, I'm not planning on buying the ones with Pop Tops on it, and I'm checking the dates. And if you'll remember, 3 or 4 years ago, the dates on these cans would last, what, 2, 3, 4 years? She said, yeah. And I showed her. I said, now look here. The date on this can right here is running out 6 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Lord, I better go back home and check all my cans I got in my pantry. It's the way she said it that made me think, hey, this lady is a prepper. And your video come up about the pop top.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember what it was. And I told her, I said, I saw a video, a friend of mine, he done one on pop tops. He said he opened it up on air and it had mold in it. She said,
Yeah.
how is that possible? I said, because it's got air in it.
Yeah.
And that was before I saw your last one. All right. So I go in there and I get a can of pineapple to make something with, and I check it, like you would if you can in jars. If it had any play in it, top or bottom, throw it away. None of
Yeah.
them cans had any in it.
Yeah. Pineapples are usually pretty good because there's a seal inside there, an extra thickness seal, because
Okay.
it's very aesthetic. So it'll eat the metal if it's not coated, and pineapples are usually pretty good that way. That they
Now, Dole,
just this comment here. You really have to pay attention to the dates. When they come from the where they're canned and everything, it used to be 6 years. Once that can ran through, it was 6 years. They've somehow changed it or reduced it or something nowadays, but the stamp is put on there digitally. It runs through and it's digitally stamped. There's been a lot of reports of that being wiped off or another one stamped, a old-fashioned hand stamper one.
Oh, really?
Yes, and if you see one of those that it's hand stamped, like the way they used to put price tags on cans and stuff, it was just a
Right.
like that. If you start seeing that, stay away from it. That means they've erased it and put a new date on it to try to get rid of it. And it could not be it could be the store, and it could not be the store. It could be the distributor coming in to pick up the expired stuff, and he goes out in his truck and wipes it off and brings back in a new case. They don't think to look at it or anything like that. They just put it back on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And it does happen a lot.
Now, I do want to get something straight right quick, okay? If you've got a can and it's stamped from a factory like that, okay? If you can go past the date, but before you open it, mash your tops and your bottoms in to see if you've got any air or if it's bulging or whatever.
Oh yeah.
If either one of those,
and it happens.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had that one can, and I you could hear it, click click. You can hear it, and I'm like, nope, I'm not eating that. And that's right out of my preps that I got. I think it was 2 years ago. So that shows you right there. Those lids are not. They're not good for storage. It's not a good prep type thing.
Let me say this right here. For everybody who's got preps put back, whether you've canned them or whether you bought them in cans or whatever, go back and double check. Mash them tops. If they click, get rid of it.
Yep.
Because what you're doing is you're poisoning yourself. And that,
Or worse, botulism,
oh yeah.
which can be very, very bad. And I was surprised a lot of people didn't know, like the pop tops in other cans. You always store them one direction. That way, if there's air in there, because the bubbles will always go to the top, and that's where the bad stuff will be. So if I stored that can upside down, and then when it was time to eat it, I flipped it up and opened it up, I wouldn't see that the fungus or whatever, the bad stuff. I wouldn't see that. That's why, especially pop tops, you always store them, the pop top up. That way, when you open it, you see if there's something bad there.
See, I didn't even know that
Mm-hmm.
until that video come out. Oh, your video, excuse
Hey,
me.
look, it's Shift Kicker, the one and only robot that
It's
will
one of
kick
those
your
things
butt.
that you just don't.
Think about it.
You don't. It's not like advertised saying, "Oh, always store the can up," because they're not going to tell you to store it that way, because you get to see the bacteria in there. They're not going to say that. They won't be selling too much stuff.
Mm. Hello, Van and with Ada. Yeah, well, like you said, the company is not going to tell you this because they want to get out and they want to make money.
Yeah.
You know, and what's a few dozen people getting sick? To them, that ain't nothing.
Oh yeah, that's insurance. That's why they have insurance.
Now, there is a few companies that if they hear tell of something like that, they will do a recall on their own. Most
Very seldom do
yeah.
companies recall,
Yeah.
unless they know the whole batch is completely very dangerous.
Right.
Because they have insurance that's their fallback. That's why they'll say that's why we pay for our insurance.
The companies that are having recalls here lately, they're being made to have recalls.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't because the company wants them to, it's because the FDA is making them do it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that goes to show if say we're on strike for a month, even 2 weeks, say, because grocery stores only have 3 days stock at the grocery store. If something happens and they get wiped out, they're done until they get more. They have to reorder. And that's what happened. We've seen all these shortages and stuff, empty shelves. Is because no, it wasn't because a bunch of preppers went out and bought everything. It's a bunch of scared people that went to the store and bought
their fair share.
Toilet paper, paper towels, baby wipes, because all that stuff was gone, and ramen noodles and water.
Well, now, let me ask you this right here. Little Lone Prepper stated that she saw a video where they are putting plastic pellets in rice. I remember hearing something about that a while back ago. Are they still doing that? And plastic pellets. What I mean, how, with your
It's
system.
it's 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 more of a silicon type thing that will make sure the rice doesn't stick together, and it's supposed to uh, evaporate when you cook it.
Supposed to.
Supposed to.
Damn, that's a big word. You know it. Just like
Yeah.
is a big word. So it. Well, here we go with the insurance. That's what
Yeah.
it's for. Now, in restaurants, they put rice and salt to keep it from sticking.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah, especially down south. It's like a normal thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Hey, 101.
Hello, sir. How you be tonight? Darn, he's in early, ain't he?
Yeah.
So, no, Chef
Full of
Cooker,
beans.
I'm not full of beans this weekend.
That's what I fixed for dinner tonight was a pot of beans.
I want a pot of chili beans.
Yeah, I probably should have made chili. I've got a very sad cat down there.
Well, I had planned on canning the leftover ham and the turkey, after Thanksgiving. I got to looking in there a while ago. I got enough ham and turkey to do one canning session together. So there's going to be there's going to be a dog around here somewhere who's going to love us.
Yeah, I mean, if you can still get these turkeys on sale, or if they drop the price and stuff, even if it's frozen,
Get it?
what I've done, I've even put left the innards and stuff inside the
Oh,
neck and all that stuff.
bleh.
You put the frozen turkey in pressure cooker, not pressure canner, pressure cooker. Um, put it in there, fill it with so much of water, 2/3. Everybody knows there's a line not to go over. Um, put in some vegetables and stuff like that, and then put it in for I think 80 minutes.
80.
It'll cook. It'll cook the turkey completely, and then all you do is just take out all the turkey, um, do away with the carcass and all that stuff, and you can can that turkey, and then you also have all that broth
Yep.
from that. You can can that too, and that's, I mean, if you can get it for 89 cents a pound, you can store a lot of turkey.
But if you're canning turkey, you want to use that broth to put in the jar of turkey. So when you pressure can
Oh
it,
yeah, but you're gonna still have a bunch left over because there's a lot.
now,
If you fill that thing 2/3 of the way,
oh,
and all the juices from the turkey, you're gonna have a lot of broth in there.
yeah,
Plus, you put carrots and celery and all that stuff in there.
man,
Um,
you have no idea how much I love carrots.
yeah, and that's just the broth. Then you can also put those carrots and celery and stuff in with the turkey,
Yeah,
um, to fill up that jar, so you don't use as much liquid.
Lisa VB, tell me about grapefruit seed extract seed, please.
Mm.
I have no idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff made from.
Vineyard Chicks has gifted you membership. You see it
Where is this?
right in,
Oh,
right
there it
on.
goes. Oh, I just seen it for a second. Yeah, see, it didn't show up on my log over here. Okay, Lisa got the membership.
Well,
You see
let's
the little kitty playing the guitar.
you're gonna have to fire that bot.
Let's see if. Well, the bot's busy slapping and kicking everybody right now.
Yeah, I've just now noticed that.
um, poor shift kicker. Thank you, Vineyard Chicks, for the gift sub. Really appreciate it.
Well, now, Ginger Ninja stated she has a lot of experience with grapefruit seed
Yeah.
extracts. I'm sorry, it's got to the point I've got to read a little bit slow because if I get to talking normal and fast, my voice kind of messes up, and only a few people know why. And yeah, it's starting to tell on me in my voice now. But oh, I wish I could eat grapefruit again.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. And this is just a seed, so I don't know if it's the same thing as because with high blood pressure you can't eat grapefruit, and I love grapefruit.
Do you know why you are not supposed to eat grapefruit if you are on medicine?
Nuh-uh. It deactivates it or something like
No,
that.
it does not deactivate it. It intensifies it.
Oh, yeah. See, and
To
we're not
three,
experts.
right. I'm
This is
on.
what the doctors told us.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say, for an example, and again, I'm not an expert. I'm only repeating what I heard. You've got a pill that's at 25 milligrams. Okay. You eat grapefruit, let's say that afternoon, you take another pill at 25 grams. If you pass out or whatever and go to the doctor, they're going to want to know what
Hey,
you.
look, it's Shift Kicker, the one and only robot that will kick your butt.
Uh, you will have almost 200 milligrams in your system. And like I said, I'm using that as an example. You've got some medicines. You can, if you take that, you cannot eat grapefruit or drink grapefruit juice.
Yeah. See, I don't know if it'd be the same for the seeds. Because I know women like to take it because yeast infections. Some women have very hard time with yeast infections and stuff, and it's good. It's good for that. I do know that much about it.
Grapefruit seed extract.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ginger Ninjas. Yeah. Also healed my cat and some of my chickens. And a
And
dog or two.
that's cheating. The only reason you heal the chickens is because you want the dumplings to go along with it. ain't nothing wrong with that. And I also found something else out. Uh, some chickens can crow like a rooster.
Yeah, when you kick them hard enough.
I forget who it was. I want to say, let's say Ginger Ninja.
Okay.
And her showed a video of her chicken crowing like a rooster.
Hmm. Yeah, I've seen them.
As many chickens as I've raised or helped raise, not nary one crowed.
You never heard one crow?
Not a chicken. I've heard of a rooster crowing, but not a chicken. And I've heard some women crow at their men.
Be quiet.
You're gonna get in trouble.
It won't be the first time. And I seriously doubt it's going to be the last. Wait a minute. Hold it. My heater fan started only working sometimes. Then my battery started getting drained. I know it's not the alternator. Little long prepper. Let me tell you something. To check your alternator, go out there at nighttime. I mean, start your car, go out there, turn your lights on, give it gas. If your lights get brighter and then they dim as you taking your foot off the gas, that's a sign of your alternator is bad.
Well, one easy way to do it is take when it's running, take the positive off. If your car stops, your alternator's bad.
Yep. I heard that don't work on these new cars. I've never tried it on one. Not a new
Well, I
one.
don't understand that there would be no way for it to run. I don't see how that would work.
Yeah, I mean, what your alternator does, it charges, like if your battery starts dying, it charges it back up.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah. If the battery's bad, then it doesn't make any difference how much the alternator charges it. It just won't keep it charged enough.
If you've got on your battery, if you can pop the top on it, get somebody that know what they're doing to begin with.
Yeah, if you can find those batteries anymore.
Oh, they don't make them no more.
Not very much. The cheap Walmart ones you get, they're sealed.
Okay.
And which I don't like those ones because
that's a damn good question, B. Charming. Do electric cars have alternators?
I don't. Somewhat. The some of the self-charging ones or economical ones, they do have a type of alternator. It's not like a regular alternator, but when the wheels turn, it also generates power back to the batteries. So it's pretty much just like an alternator.
I know enough about electric cars. I'm not buying one. Price the batteries for it, and you can't buy just one. You have to replace them all.
Yeah,
and they cost damn near as much as the car.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track here. I don't know why, but it seems like every one that I'm on, we get off track some way, somehow.
Oh, that's normal. But I think these are the good ones, I guess.
Look, I didn't ask you, do you game in there? Thank you. Love you too. Have you heard anything else about truckers going on strike? I mean, is that over and done with, or they still have a problem?
It is real hard for them to go on strike. Now, there's a difference between the ones that were protesting. This wasn't a strike; it was a protest of the AB5 thing in California, which we haven't heard much about that anymore. So I don't know. These are local truck drivers. When I say local, California, that, and these were privately owned, independent truck drivers, and they were getting railroaded. Bad choice of words, but it's basically what they were getting. So they all got together and protested in front of the ports, where they go in and stuff. And it actually shut them down for quite a bit. And that might be another reason why things are getting diverted to the East Coast. But and I keep looking at the Panama Canal, and it's like a week to some boats are been set down there for 2 weeks. They've actually sent tankers down to refuel some of the ships that are out there waiting to get through the Panama Canal. Now, just imagine if something happens in that canal area. I mean, where they actually go through. If something happens, that's going to be bad.
Well, now, with as many tankers as they are in that area, how come they just can't cut out the middleman and buy it off the tanker?
Well, that's what they're doing. There's a difference. There's certain gas. Container ships and tankers use a different low grade, very cheap diesel, and they just have tankers come by and refill them. They're just refillers.
Has it gotten worse down there in Panama?
Oh yeah, it hasn't gotten any better. I wouldn't say it's gotten worse, but there's at least 100 on each side, if not more. Come on, you can come up. My little ornery boy.
Well, you know who we got to thank for all this shit stuff.
He's real sad right now. He's missing his sister. Oh.
Now, question: was it one of the white ones or was it the black cat?
Yeah, the white one.
Okay.
The little one. She was doing a lot better, and then Thanksgiving she started going and hiding in the bathroom and stuff, and because she's been setting right here when I'm here on the computer, she was sitting right here. Wouldn't leave my side. Anytime I'd go to the bathroom or something, she'd follow me because I was nursing her, trying to get her better and stuff, and she was real close to me at that time. And then she started going away to where she didn't want to be around anybody, and that's usually a bad sign. And then, like I said, that night she just took a really bad turn for the worst and didn't make it.
Well, some people say animals are not family. Yeah. I've got to say I disagree with you 100%. Animal is more family than most family.
Yeah.
And I don't care who you are, if you got a pet and they decide to leave this world, they're going to leave a mark on you,
Yeah.
you know.
And I did ban 13 people from my channel because of comments that they made on the post I made. I only made a short little post, just a little one, and I got, the inconsiderate, oh, it's just a cat, what makes the big deal? And I just went, bye bye.
That makes me think that they're either not a cat person or they've not had a cat. Now, I will admit, hell, I'm 61 years old. I've only had maybe 4 cats in my lifetime, you know.
Yeah.
And it ain't that I hate cats. It's just I'm not a cat person. I am a dog person. But if a cat comes up and there is something about that cat that I like, I hope the cat stays with me, you know.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'll probably put the cat through hell a time or two, but you know.
Yeah, I've always been a dog person, and then we've had dogs here, but ended up fostering cats, and then when the thing happened, ended up got a whole litter of them.
Well, it's like this. You, a person, does not pick a cat for your companion. A cat picks you.
Mm.
They've got their own mindset, you know.
Yeah, and because there's a lot of people think that cats are not caring or anything like that, and like they'll call a cat and they just sit there and look at them.
Mhm.
When I called the cat, I said, "Come here." They know it's time to come here, and they tell me when there's somebody outside, and um, like if
Yeah.
somebody goes to the door, they're they all go to the door, and I don't know if it's curiosity or just making sure I know that somebody's at the door, or when it's time to eat, they all come in here and look at me like, "Hey,
My
the
bowl's
breakfast out
empty.
there yet?"
Yeah, my bowl's empty. Don't you think it's time to put something in there?
Yeah.
Now, there is a cat that comes up here, and I will be straight up truthful about it. You can hear that cat meowing a half an acre away. That is the loudest mouth cat I've ever.
Oh yeah, they get loud.
You know, he'll come up. I'll give him a little bit of milk or a can of fish or whatever. He'll eat. He'll go back out. Hell, I'm liable not see him from the other 2-3 days.
Okay, we're going about ready to end this here. Let me go ahead and get
Yeah, Lake
Big
Ferris
Big
says you got to go.
Bigfoot's live is coming up.
Is it live or is it premiere?
I do believe it's live.
Okay,
Let
okay.
me go ahead and post that link. So we will be heading over there. And did I see Tin come in here?
Did she?
Well, Tin's got a big. Lisa gave Tin a big hug.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
didn't see
see
Tin
that.
come in. But
I didn't see Mountain Grandma come in either. Hello, lady. I hope you're doing good. And 10. I hope she don't take it bad when I say and 10.
make sure everybody heads over and says hi to Bigfoot Lake over there. No, they got a good good one coming up. It's Monsters of the Deep. Ooh, spooky.
They've
So
been taking pictures
we'll
of
see
me.
you guys on over there, and I'll leave you with a outro for the members until you're going live Thursday, right, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm gonna go this Thursday.
Okay, we'll see you over at Jeff's on Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern.